you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Amanda. I do Stranger Than Paradise. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Wilton's.
So what's going on this afternoon here?
Right, you're going to witness a bit of a wedding rehearsal, okay? We're called Stranger Than Paradise. We do gypsy, cabaret, burlesque shows, and we've started doing gypsy, cabaret, burlesque, vaudeville weddings. So we just take the wedding and turn it slightly, shift it, so it's a little bit more eccentric, a bit more fun, a bit more crazy, a bit gypsy, a bit sort of... Unfortunately, the bride hasn't arrived yet, so I was wondering if it would be okay if maybe we could use you as the bride.
Me as a bride?
Yes.
I'm already married.
Will your husband be jealous? Will that be okay?
Okay.
Follow me.
Let's go. Following you. Who's gonna be my new husband?
I don't know yet. We'll have to decide. But it'll be someone who's available at the time. Yeah, come.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it? So this is Wilton's. It's just a little bit of a wedding rehearsal, so you'll meet some of our crew. We've got our photographer, our dressmaker, our milliner, our performers.
Cute.
Recently, I became an ordained minister. So I've got my marriage certificate and I've got my ministry certificate. So I can do blessings as well. Okay?
Good.
Can we just take it back from that spin? I just want to see that spin once more. Okay. Yeah,
Did they choose the theme? The married?
So what happens is when they purchase a wedding from me, we give them options. So if they want a Tarantella wedding, if they want a klezmer Jewish wedding, usually it's in the style of Stranger Than Paradise, which is Balkan klezmer Jewish sort of Eastern European vaudeville circus shows. So the performers are usually in keeping with that theme. To celebrate the joyous, joyous, joyous marriage of the lovely Emmanuelle and the Miss or Mr. Tallulah Jones. We should be wooed and were not made to woo, because thine love did sweep off doth our feet. Yea, yea, and thrice yea, I will take you as my husband.
Yeah, I will take you as my husband.
Will thou take thee to be the wife?
What you said, yes.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Can you just kiss her and let's just have a look at the at the kiss. That is beautiful.
How much is gonna cost me that little
£5,000. For everything, you get your invitation, you get your girls, you get your boys, you get your food, you get your drink, you get your venue.
Well, can you find me a husband too?
Of course, no problem.
Perfect.
Okay. Right.
Wait.
Hello, welcome to Sir John Soane's Museum, Emmanuelle.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here. I read this was the craziest museum of London. Is that him?
This is Sir John Soane. He was an architect, a very, very successful architect. He worked in the late 18th century and the first part of the 19th century. His most important building was the Bank of England.
And we are in his house?
We are in his house, but this house had two other purposes.
Yes.
It was where he lived with his wife Eliza, but it was also where he kept his collection of antiquities. This is the library dining room. This was the principal reception room in the house.
So this was modern at his time?
If you look around, there are large expanses of glass. Now,
Yes.
he uses the glass, such as behind the bookcases, to break down the space. You have a feeling that there's another enfilade of rooms behind you.
Absolutely.
The original house that stood here was late 17th century, and he completely rebuilt this. The reason being, he wanted somewhere to house his collection, and he also needed this to be a working space. It wasn't just a domestic setting. So this tiny little room was Soane's favourite room in the whole house. It's his breakfast room, so he would have breakfast here with his wife, Eliza. And in many ways, it sums up Soane's architecture. He used light, he used reflection, and he used space in order to create an emotion within a room. Above us is this shallow dome. He used the same type of dome in his Bank of England.
He was so proud of his work that he did it inside his
Absolutely.
home. Okay, here we are in Italy.
This is Italy, yes. This part of the museum is called the Museum Corridor. And this was used by Soane to display his collection of classical antiquities. When he was a student in 1778, he travelled to Italy for 2 years. And in Italy, he fell in love with classical architecture. And this was a teaching tool. This wasn't just for display. So this tiny room is the picture gallery, and this was where Sir John Soane hung his collection of British art. The challenge here was, how do I hang a large collection of paintings in a very, very small room?
So beside this, there's lots of
I'll
paintings?
show you. I'll show you. Now, as I told you, Sir John Soane loved the theatre, and I think this is the most theatrical part of the house. Various projects for rebuilding London as a grand neoclassical imperial city. Soane, having visited Paris twice, having been in Rome, of course, was very much aware that London was still a Georgian city. It didn't have the grand public spaces that Napoleonic Paris had. But there's one more surprise to this room.
Yeah?
This is really the coup d'etat, Emmanuelle.
That's the most incredible thing I've seen in my life, in fact.
Now, this is alabaster sarcophagus of the pharaoh Seti I. It dates to about 1290 BC. Now, he was so delighted that he managed to acquire this, he held a 3-day party. And according to apocryphal stories, 3,000 bottles of champagne were consumed. Now, we don't know if that's true or not.
That's a great story. that I had to meet one group in London. The one, it was you, so nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
You're on a rehearsal here, that's right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
We're doing a dress rehearsal for a new show that we're putting together, which is an idea of us just doing an a cappella show.
So, are you changing or?
Yeah, we're gonna get changed.
Esther, which one of the queers do you fancy the most?
Oh my God, all churchmen are like this in London.
Yes. I'm surprised what churchmen are like in London. Can I just take a few things out from here?
Yeah, we're
perfect timing.
Where were they all for you?
I thought they were
Yeah.
Ladies?
What's wrong with her? Why don't you come down? Why don't you and Sarah go up?
Is that real medieval music or is it a mix between today and yesterday?
What we do is we take medieval text and set it to music. So it's inspired by the medieval period, but it's not. We don't get bogged down with being authentic. And it's a very tongue-in-cheek, playful name. And hopefully people come for the babes and stay for the medieval.
Is there other artists like you who made a big success here in England? It's typically British or?
It's got very strong roots in English history, definitely. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think mostly our huge success is due to the fact that we're completely unique. Mm-hmm. Nobody else does anything like what we do, you know, and I think that's why we're so successful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you assume the fact that there is a little kitsch something in your attitude?
Yes. There is something a bit kitsch about it, yeah. So we like to keep it light and fun, you know.
Up the pub, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go to the pub. Let's go to the pub.
Go and drink, becoming a long, hard day's work. I know.
She's lovely.
Ask him 90. Are you Misha?
I'm Misha. This is Serena.
Serena? Hi. Hi.
No.
Nice to meet you. So where are we exactly?
It's like going on to another planet when you come out of this.
Yes. And then into the tube.
And you just see people walking. There's no relation.
Of London.
There's a whole other world. If you were coming towards this as the end point, it would be quite surreal.
So shall we invite everybody to come with us, or shall we shut the door? I think we should
No,
shut
we
the
shut
door.
the door. We haven't opened yet.
This project is a project called the Shunt Lounge. This was a project which came out of an exploration of our work, which we did within bi-monthly cabarets. And so we started to think maybe we need to open this space as a bar and use it as a platform for our work as individual artists.
People pay to come into the space. They don't pay to see a show. So it means that anything and everything that somebody is doing in the space is free and is just the engagement with an audience. It allows more freedom for an experiment. And also it means that there's no value judgment put by us on the work. It's not a venue. The space hosts artists' work, and that makes all the difference.
For how long are they here? For a few weeks,
No,
or
it changes every week.
It changes weekly. Next week, this will be completely different.
You know, of course, it's always very exciting to think about how you can put speech and text into a space like this, for example, where you have a mobile audience.
So how long do you think you could stay here? Do you want to stay here?
Oh, of course, we'd absolutely like to stay here. Work at some point is going to be done on the railway station, and then there is the issue then of this space being taken back by the railway company. It could be this year, it could be next year. We've had various extensions. The initial thing was be here for 1 or 2 years, but we've been here for 6 years. So.
Very well, thank you. We're just arriving. We have a few things to set up, and perhaps you can help us.
Okay, if you want. Great. So what kind of artist are you, Marisha?
Well, that is a good question. I like to call myself a showwoman.
Yeah?
Because I'm not a girl, so I'm not a show girl, but I do shows that involve magic, burlesque, social commentary, cultural politics, history. Well, this show is all about violence. Traditionally, magic illusions are often used by men to cut up ladies. And in my show, we cut up a boy.
Okay, good.
For a change.
I like it.
And then we use this magic guillotine, which we hope is going to fit part in the audience. This is well yes, it's quite sharp. So the other piece is with this power drill. Do you want to have a go?
Do you want to what? Okay.
Great. And we're going to close you in.
Oh, perfect.
I probably should tell you that I'm not actually yet a member of the Magic Circle, which is really the magic club where you get your license, but they're considering my application.
Yeah. Are you ready?
No.
Oh, hang on, I'm stuck.
Oh my God. I think you're all right.
It's kind of blood dripping down there. Is London for you still a very eccentric city? You know, there really is an exciting culture here, and what's interesting about it, as opposed to other cities, is that we managed to cross over the traditional high art of opera and ballet and theatre, which of course London is famous for its theatre, but because of the kind of innovation of the punk era, what really is unique about London is subculture, so kind of meets high culture. Hello.
You alright? You ready? Can I come back in 1 minute?
Please put your hands together and welcome Marissa Carnesky and Rasp Thorne.
So glad you could all come tonight because we're trying out some new material. I've decided to start my own religion and I'm actually going to sacrifice people and kill them. So can I have a slim boy? So I want to cut boys in half. And crouch down, everyone, crouch down. Now, Brian, you just pop around here and pop your head through there. That's lovely. Do you believe that if we cut off Brian's head, that he will absolve you of all your sins of last year? And do you think that we should cut off his head?